One of the things we're going to get right now is a lot of objections. We're going to get objections around the fact that we're in a pandemic, COVID. We're going to get stuff about they're not recruiting and why on earth would we call them right now? And one of the reasons a lot of these objections work is that we take them personally. Now, I'm not going to say don't take things personally, because clearly having that personal touch and really care about your clients is absolutely critical. So of course it's personal when somebody rejects you. What I am going to say is it's not directed at you and they don't really mean it. The COVID one is an interesting example. People are going to say that. And inside your head, a lot of you are going to think, oh, so I knew this was a waste of time. I knew this was a waste of time. I knew that nobody would be recruiting right now. I knew that nobody would want to speak to me right now. So what do you hear? You hear somebody walking into a scenario where they believe they're going to get rejected. You hear somebody walk into a scenario where they believe people are going to say no. That affects their attitude. So maybe they're not a 10, they're a 6 or a 7. They're not quite in the right state. That affects their behavior and that affects the results they get. And as soon as someone says that, it makes them feel worse and they say to themselves, see, I knew it, thus reinforcing the negative belief. If you carry that from one call to the next, to the next, to the next, you're going to get worse and worse and worse. Just because some people say something doesn't make it reality. It is only a belief. If only one person in 100 is recruiting, you want to find that person. And when you do find them, you want to have a positive conversation with them. You want to leave them in the mindset of the only person I can work with is Gavin or John or Mary, okay? Absolutely critically important. So how are we going to handle that objection? I think just a simple reframe, something like, yeah, you know what? I expected you'd probably say something like that. And the good news is I believe business is built on relationships and I want to get to know you right now. Or you might say, you know what? When you give that objection, a lot of people are going to say to you, oh, fine, when do you think I could give you a call? And they're going to arrange to call you back then. However, I believe that business is built on relationships and I still like to find out a little bit more about you now so that we're best in a place to help you when you are recruiting again. So tell me, and then ask them a really great, really interested question. As soon as they answer that question, where's the objection gone? I don't know. And it's gone. It allows you to have that conversation and build that relationship.